Barclays shares plunged further after it announced plans to raise the equivalent of €6.7 billion from its shareholders. The sale of new shares is in response to calls from Britain's financial regulator for the bank to strengthen its reserves of capital. The regulator said it must have more cash on hand in case of market shocks like the financial crisis of 2008. At the same time, Barclays said that it will take another £2 billion charge, that's €2.3 billion, to compensate customers to whom it missold insurance products.
It's on something of a high right now. It's nearer the top than the bottom, that's for sure. Clearly the new management under Antony Jenkins is trying to say to shareholders, this is a red line, this is a fresh start, this is a new bank. Do you believe it?
Well, I mean, what today's announcement gave was very much a clear indication that this is a very decisive action from the management, because the recommendation from the PRA was to get to the 3% equity to assets ratio by 2014. They've done it up front, and I think that that's a very important signal post culturally for the business. And so it does seem as if he's trying to walk the walk as well as talk the talk.
I don't think we've been running the bank recklessly. That gap is created as the regulators increasingly define what banks are required to operate with going forward. In fact, it's an acceleration of the deadline for what's known as CRD4, which is the major regulatory platform in Europe, from 2018. So I'm very confident that we haven't been running the bank recklessly, and in fact the plan to deal with the issue will put Barclays in very good shape going forward.
But it's been very clear for 18 months, 2 years, that regulators were going to impose what are known as tighter leverage requirements, forcing all banks to hold more capital. Wouldn't you have been better placed to have addressed this issue pretty much the moment you came in as Chief Executive, not far off a year ago?
I mean, honestly, there was still a lot of uncertainty, even 6 months ago, about the detailed direction of travel on regulation. A big driver of the number you quoted was regulation that was only published at the end of June. So this is based on the most current regulatory outlook that we have.